Well, hello, everybody. It has been a while, or as the millennials would say these days, it's been a minute since I've done my Daily Dose episode. So here we go. This is season 3, episode 1. And I would really just like to bring everybody back to the basics and really focus on financial education, leveraging real estate investing as our main tool to generate income streams and long-term wealth. The reason why I'm back here is simply because of the fact that in the last 12 months now, I've seen a lot of people hurting. And who are these people mostly? First thing first, if you've been in real estate investing for the last just 3 to 5 years, this is probably one of the biggest waves that you've come across so far in your investing career. And you might be feeling a lot of fear, you might be feeling a lot of uncertainty, and you might be feeling a lot of stress that's keeping you up at night. And if you haven't started in real estate investing yet, and you've been thinking about it, and yet you're looking at the market, you're looking at the value of everything, you're looking at the interest rates and cost of living, what that also translates into is cost of labor, cost of materials, especially when you might be leveraging a real estate investing strategy that requires you to do some renovation work. And we're going to discuss all of this throughout the entire season 3 as well. And in times like this, I do find that going back to the basics is extremely important. So how this is going to work, first thing first, is that, as you know, 99% of the times I actually don't really script my Daily Dose with Tim episodes whatsoever. It's based on the interactions, the engagement that I get from you, the audience, as well as maybe some questions that you are messaging me in private about. And obviously, I will protect your anonymity and I will never, ever share who you are. You know who you are and you will know who you are. However, I really want this to be more of an interactive and engaging platform this time around. And not to say the previous 2 seasons weren't, because honestly, though, I think it was the engagements from every single one of you that has supported season 1 and season 2 that really got me going. And when I first got started with season 1, it was really at the very beginning of COVID lockdowns back in 2020. And so in the beginning, it was uncertain times for everybody as well. And it seems like we're repeating itself. And this is also why it's really interesting. One of the most popular episodes for my Daily Dose with Tim so far has been season 2, episode 56. And that particular episode actually talks about the real estate cycles. Now, I really want to be very clear about everything here. And I'm just going to, as you know, this is my sharing, teaching, training styles. For those of you who are not quite sure who I am right now, I mean, you probably have added me as a friend. However, we haven't really had a chance to really connect on a deeper level. You might know me as a real estate investor by trade. However, I have been training others and mentoring others for nearly a decade now on how to leverage real estate as an asset class and real estate investing as a tool to generate income sources or different income streams, as well as generating both short-term and long-term wealth. And why do I say short-term wealth? Simply because of the fact that when it comes to financial education, every single phrase and words, or in my opinion, definition, matters a lot, because I do hear a lot of buzzwords, buzz phrases out there. And don't get me wrong, I like those words and phrases. However, every single person needs to have the chance to learn what those phrases mean to them. For example, what's the difference between financial independence versus financial freedom? And second of all, things like, what is the wheel of wealth or the circle of wealth? I mean, these are the things that are very fundamental for anybody going into financial education to really understand. And why would you need financial education? And who needs financial education? In my opinion, everybody needs financial education. Why? Simply because of the fact that it has been something that we were never, ever taught. And so it becomes one of those things that traditional schooling did not actually teach us. And I'm just noticing that. I mean, this is as life as it gets. My whiteboard is actually not working today. So that's totally fine. I'm going to speak through this and I'm going to do some more testing as well so that the episodes coming up are going to be a lot more comprehensive and you can actually follow along. Because if we were actually be doing this live in person, you would typically see me with a whiteboard or a flip chart in combination with a few slides here. However, I want to make sure that everybody understands the purpose of bringing back my daily dose with Tim. And again, this is now season 3 is about. So some of the things we're going to do a review and maybe elaborate on it based on today's market condition, especially real estate. Because as you know, I really, really love real estate as an asset class. Do I truly love real estate investing? I'm going to be completely frank with you, just like you. I do still go through stresses because even though technically I got into the real estate market in 2004, so nearly 20 years ago now at this point, it was not until I was properly educated with financial education through real estate investing in 2010 that my views about how to leverage this particular asset class and real estate as a vehicle to generate income and long-term wealth shifted. And I think all along, that's really what I've been wanting to do. It's just that sometimes the waters get a little muddy because there are a lot of different noises out there. There are single day courses, weekend courses, just simply on the introduction of single strategies. And in my opinion, and I am completely biased, I'll just be the first one to admit that to you all, okay? I am completely biased because this is the way I was trained and this is the reason why I've been able to protect myself through the different market conditions, ups or downs or sideways for a long time. Some of you know that I currently live in Edmonton, Alberta in Canada because I understand my audiences have been coming from all over the world. You're from Europe, you're from North America, South America, Asia, and the land down under as well. And so I want to make sure that everything that I'm sharing with you, because this is really, a lot of it is exactly how I was trained. I just really want to pass down the torch, so to speak. And really the way I see myself is not just a real estate investing mentor or trainer or coach of any sort. I mean, I'll wear those hats whenever you want me to. However, what I mean really by that is even when I'm sharing on this platform with you, I'm going to put my investor hat on. I'm going to put my coaches and trainers hat on. And so what that really means is I'm going to be sharing with you what I think you need to hear and not what you want to hear. Because at the end of the day, I do not believe that anybody is wanting to learn financial education or investing or real estate investing simply because you love real estate. Because again, with real estate, it comes with certain stressors. Every single asset class, there will be pros and cons. And so that's one of the things that we will go into discussing, whether or not real estate is actually a good or even the right vehicle for you. Now, many of you who have known me or conversed with me, you understand that I am not a person that likes a lot of black and white, right or wrong. That those words are most of the times not in my vocabulary. However, you will hear those words a lot more just because I have seen so many people in the last couple of years fallen into paths that have really hurt them rather than help them achieve the financial goals that they set out to achieve, especially with the market conditions turning on them now. And so with that said, the first thing that I really, really want to leave with you as sort of an introductory piece today for season 3, episode 1, is the fact that whatever investment vehicle that I'm going to be evaluating with you, and hint, hint, nudge, nudge, there's going to be new investment vehicles coming down the pipeline through Trust Your Talent Academy. And I'm super, super happy and super proud of the fact that even though there have been major ups and downs in the marketplaces, through Trust Your Talent, I have been able to really honor one of my lifelong missions, which is to create financial independence one person at a time. And over the last 3.5 years now, we have created over 2 dozens of success stories, people that have declared financial independence and financial freedom. Don't worry about it. I'm going to go into defining those things for you. So just follow along. So what I really want to share with everyone now is the format of how my Daily Dose with Tim season 3 is going to work. So from a timing perspective, as you can see, today is Monday, May 8th, and I am coming to you live at noon Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time rather. And I'm actually in Alberta, which means I'm coming to you Mountain Time. And if you're in the Pacific Coast, you might be in the Pacific Time Zone. And so that means it's going to be 9 a.m. in the morning. I will be doing this on a daily basis, and every single day, I will come up with a new topic. Some of them will have a natural flow to it. For example, tomorrow we're going to discuss the fundamental definitions as a result, the differences between financial independence versus financial freedom, and why that is important to you. Because from my personal experience, I can be the first one to say that honestly, if I was not made redundant, those are the words that my Aussie friends would use, or in North America would simply said laid off. If I had never been laid off from my corporate job, I probably would have stayed in it a little bit longer, because I actually did enjoy what I was doing at my job, which was helping people make more money on a daily basis. And I don't just mean my staff, I also mean my clients. And so throughout season 3, you'll also hear a little bit more about my journey. And I just want to share this with you. I really don't see myself as anything special. I don't have a best-selling book. I don't have a TV show right now. I don't have a most downloaded podcast channel yet either. However, what I do have is a passion to share with you how somebody, an immigrant kid, really, I'm not a kid anymore, I'm 41 this year now. However, how an immigrant person in Canada, and I always say that I do see myself coming from a middle class, if not a lower middle class kind of upbringing overall. And again, I'll sprinkle some stories throughout the season so that you can really paint a picture. And just want to share with you that really it is not about making a lot of money in the first place. Money will come. However, when you have the proper financial education, you will be financially empowered, and as a result, financially confident in how you can actually create the financial successes that you crave and you deserve for not only yourself and your family, and even the generations to come. And so with that said, every single day at noon Eastern Daylight Time, I will be coming to you live now with season 3 of my Daily Dose with Tim. And if you do have any sort of specific questions that you would like for me to answer, or strategies, or maybe even a current deal you'd like to get some help with, I'm very, very happy to share anything that I would do that I've learned so far with you. There is no limits here. I'm a complete open book. I'm very transparent. I'm also very straightforward. So I will be sharing with you what I think you need to hear and not what you want to hear. And the last disclaimer I do have, though, is the fact that I always like to say this. I love sharing and I love teaching. At the same time, I will share everything I know, even though I really don't know everything. And I hope that you understand where I'm coming from, because again, nearly 20 years leveraging real estate to create income streams and long-term wealth, I've learned a few things or two. However, to say that I know everything, that would be a complete lie. And frankly, my ego would just not allow me to say that. And that's the other thing too. I want to share and teach simply because I want to make sure that everybody that is following this content to know that you invest because you have a financial goal, meaning you are learning how to invest properly so that you can feed your bank accounts and create a lifestyle that you are looking for, rather than feeding your ego. Because so many people out there that I see these days, first thing first is that I like to say all thumbs are fingers, right? All thumbs are fingers. However, not all fingers are thumbs. And that is happening so much over the last couple of years in the real estate investing industry. And that's why so many people are hurting. They're exiting the market. Now, there's always good and bad, or pros and cons to every scenario. At the same time, though, just like the analogy that I gave everybody, all thumbs are fingers. However, not all fingers are thumbs. Same idea. All investors are buyers, and yet not all buyers are investors. And so the focus of my Daily Dose with Tim is really to help you understand what investing truly means. Acquiring properties in this particular case is really just a part of the equation. Yes, it's a very important part and it's the beginning part of this entire equation. However, it is not the be all end all. And so with that said, thank you so very much. I'm super excited to kickstart season 3 once again, and every single day, noon Eastern time, 10 o'clock Mountain Time, and 9 a.m. Pacific Time, I'll be coming to you live. So if you are wanting to engage with myself, my content, ask questions, or even if you're just curious about what Trust Your Talent Academy is about, I will be sharing some links on the upcoming events, both free and investment required. And also, you always will have access to strategic coaching calls with one of the strategy coaches on the Trust Your Talent team at all times. So reach out if you got anything. Don't be shy. We're here to help. At the end of the day, this is not going to be one of those channels or one of those shows that is just going to keep your attention for the sake of entertaining you. I hope I am entertaining you on some level, otherwise you wouldn't be here. At the same time though, I truly want to pass down the education, the knowledge, and the experiences that I've gained collectively with all the coaches, trainers, and mentors on the Trust Your Talent Academy team, along with all the other mentors that I've learned from the past as well. So with that said, I will leave you all here and see you tomorrow. If you want to get a hold of me, leave me a comment. And if you want to share this, I would highly appreciate it, because I understand that this is a subject that many people are starving for. I know I was, even though I was making a very decent income, and I was, in my opinion, already breaking the mold and making my financial future different from my upbringings. At the same time, I felt like I hit a ceiling at one point. And so those stories will come. Again, I will see you back here tomorrow, noon Eastern, 10 o'clock Mountain Time, and 9 a.m. Pacific Time. Bye, everybody. Live well.